Member Evans.
Chairman.
But we need to bottom it out, Joe. I mean, you know.
I think there have been some reasonable concerns raised this morning, but we do need a reality check on some of the things that have been said. In my own borough of Havering, we have quite a lot of social rented property, and some of it actually belongs to the London Borough of Newham, who built it there many years ago because it was a cheaper and more pleasant option for housing their tenants than doing it in Newham. Waltham Forest Council, 20 years ago, was housing some of its tenants in properties in Essex. These are Labour councils that very wisely decide to make the best use of their money by doing that.
The Garden City movement.
You know, do you not agree that to describe the situation as a crisis suddenly is somewhat alarmist?
Wow, that was my word.
Disregards. Well, it wasn't. It was actually Tom.
I want to specify.
It's alarmist, and it disregards what has happened in.
Yeah, you're totally right.
History.
You're totally right, Roger. And there are lots of ways of looking at this. And I think Tom's very concerned about a deal between Westminster and Peterborough, and talks about social cleansing. Actually, you look at the history of London over the last 100 years. There have been repeated waves of emigration by Londoners to other areas, to form the garden cities, to Essex, and so on. And so forth. There's nothing intrinsically wrong with people finding the accommodation they need elsewhere. Where I think I would agree with Tom and with others is if there's an element of compulsion. If people are simply told, this is it, like it or lump it, we're kicking you out, and to some far-flung place. I think that is not what we want to see. But again, I must repeat what I've said to Fiona and to others this morning. We must be realistic about this. Under any view, any proposal of a kind that the Labour Party did support in 2010 to reform housing benefit in the way that it must be reformed would lead to some families inevitably having to make choices about where they live that affect all working families. Everybody has to try to decide where to live. That's just a fact of life. What we're trying to do is to mitigate the impacts for some of the harder cases, and that's why I referred to the funds and so on.